Alright guys, I am back with my review of this week's WWE Friday Night Smackdown for December 14th, 2012. And this was your typical Smackdown. I guess they put over some more of the TLC angles here, but I didn't really care for this one. The matches didn't really live up to the potential. Cesaro, Sheamus, I liked the first match better. So I was kind of disappointed by this show, and it really dragged on. There was a Raw rebound on this show for 20 minutes. 20 minutes of a recap of Raw. That's ridiculous. But one thing, I did watch Conan O'Brien last night, and he had Sheamus on there, and that was actually really funny. I'm a big Conan fan anyways, but seeing Sheamus out there and they're talking about how Conan always says the reason he looks the way he does is because it's his Irish genes, but then he has Sheamus come out there and he looks jacked and he says, "I see you and you look great while I'm slowly dying." It was really funny. But anyways, back to SmackDown. Show starts off with Big Show versus Truth. Cesaro and Sheamus are on commentary. Big Show knocks Truth down right next to Cesaro. He gets up like he's going to do something to Truth. Sheamus pushes Cesaro, and that's about it. Cesaro just sits back down like nothing happened. So it really made him look weak, I thought. But Truth gets back in the ring. Big Show hits him with a KO punch, wins the match. Afterwards, Big Show gets in Sheamus' face, and Cesaro pushes Sheamus. He bumps into the Big Show. Big Show thinks about it for a second, and then he gets all happy and excited. He starts laughing, and he says, "He hit me. He hit me." So the no contact clause means Sheamus loses his title shot. So Big Show's all excited about this. He goes backstage. He tells Booker that Sheamus hit him, and the match has to be canceled. So Booker says he got bumped into, and the match is still on. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that stuff. So Damien Sandow comes out. He introduces his best friend, there's something in my eye. The mustachioed Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes comes out and says it's an honor to be in the ring with Sandow, and he can end his search for an apprentice. So I guess that's over with. He says no one can drive a wedge between the two of them, and then the Usos come out. So it's Rhodes Scholars versus the Usos. Okay match, I guess. Kobito Akiyet, the elbow of disdain. How many times do we have to hear that? I mean, I like Damien Sandow. I'm a big fan, but come on. Every single time this guy wrestles a match, either Cole or Josh Matthews is telling us it's the Kobito Akiyet. That's Latin for elbow of disdain. I mean, Jesus, it's tattooed into my brain now. So the Usos get distracted by Cody Rhodes, who they brought into the match. Cody was just standing on the apron. They bring him in, and then they get distracted by him. Damien Sandow wins with a roll-up on one of the Usos and holds the tights. So Rhodes Scholars win the match, but really it's the Usos' fault they lost. So, I mean, he held the tights, yeah, but it was still their fault for bringing in Cody, who was innocent at that point. Big Show has David Otunga look at the no contact clause. They come to the ring. Otunga says that Booker's not following his own rules, and they'll take the case to the board, ask that they cancel the match, and fire Booker T. So Booker T comes out. He says he's not changing his mind, and Otunga says just because he's been in prison doesn't mean he's a legal expert. And this gets a big "oh" from the crowd. Booker's eyes get all big and stuff. It was pretty funny. Big Show's cackling after he says this. But Otunga says that he'll ask for Sheamus to be fired next. So Sheamus comes out with a chair, and he says if the match is canceled, he can kick his arse right now. And then Big Show acts really scared of Sheamus, and he says, the contract is valid in my opinion. What the fuck was this? This was ridiculous. This guy, he's either the big monster heel or he's not. You cannot keep doing things like this to make him look like he's weak and strong. It's not going to work. And, I mean, Sheamus is always talking about what a monster he is, and then they have him do stuff like this and act like he's afraid of Sheamus and dance around and act goofy. Like, I don't know. I like Big Show as a heel, but some of the stuff they're having him do is just terrible. So Sheamus bro kicks Otunga. Striker's waiting to interview Randy Orton. Thank God he shaved that mustache. And after commercial, we find out Orton's been laid out by the Shield. We get Caitlyn versus Oksana. Headlock. That's all you need to know about this match. It's hard enough to get people interested in a Divas match, so why have them go out there and do a headlock for 4 minutes? I'm not kidding, it was 4 minutes. Caitlyn got away a couple times, but Oksana went right back to the headlock. This was brutal. I could only imagine being there live and having to sit through this crap. So Caitlyn wins with a knee to the gut. Striker says Randy Orton has separated his shoulder and may have a concussion. Miz TV, the set's back in the ring now. He brings out Team Hell No. They talk about how they will beat the Shield. They're finally on the same page. And we get another shaky camera video from the Shield on the screen. They say Kane is a victim now, and Daniel Bryan can't hide behind him. Justice will be served. Kane says, why wait till Sunday? The Shield agrees. So they show up in the crowd, and they start moving towards the ring, and then Ryback comes out, and the Shield just backs off. That was pretty much it. And Miz just completely disappeared. I guess he saw what was going down and got the hell out of there. I don't know. But he vanished. So it was, I don't know, it was kind of cool to see Ryback on SmackDown, but seriously, they're doing nothing with him. I mean, even on Raw, he comes out at the end of the show, and that's it. The past few weeks have been this way, so yeah, it was cool to see Ryback come out, but nothing really happened. I mean, it was completely a filler show for the pay-per-view, and they really just didn't care to give us anything special. Those of us who decide we're actually going to take time and watch this crappy show, SmackDown, they still don't think we deserve anything special. They would rather just give us 20 minutes of what happened on Raw and be lazy about their show, and that kind of pissed me off a little bit. Primo and Epico and the Primetime Players versus Tyson Kidd, Justin Gabriel, Khali, and Hornswoggle. Oh, man. Rosa slaps Tyson Kidd. Natalya pulls her hair. Tyson rolls up Primo for the win. The heels try to attack him afterwards and get beat up. They're probably going to do a rematch of this at the pay-per-view. God knows why, but I just have that feeling. And it was bad, but it was short. Very short. Kofi versus Del Rio. This was another decent match here. Del Rio beats the hell out of Kofi, but Kofi ends up winning with a roll-up. After the match, Wade Barrett runs down to try and attack Kofi. Kofi ducks, hits Trouble in Paradise, lays out Barrett, and leaves. This is fine, though, because Barrett's going to win at the pay-per-view. He's going to become the Intercontinental Champion, so I didn't really care that they laid him out. Then we got the rebound. Then William Regal tells Sheamus not to let Big Show get to him and not to take Cesaro lightly either. We get the main event, which is Sheamus versus Cesaro. This was a decent match. I did enjoy the first match they had better, but it was okay. Sheamus sees Big Show on the ramp with a beaten William Regal. So he gets distracted and he runs up the ramp, and Regal grabs him and says, "Don't let him do this to you." And then Big Show just executes Regal with a chair to the back, and he collapses in Sheamus' arms. Oh my God, it was so dramatic. But then Sheamus just stares at Big Show, and that's how the show ended. Big Show leaves, and Sheamus loses the match by count out. So I don't know. It was funny. They had to bring Regal back into this. It's the go-home show. It's a show not a lot of people watch, and they felt that just to add a little something extra to the Sheamus Big Show match, let's throw Regal back out there and have Big Show just kill him again. So it was kind of funny, but yeah, also completely pointless. But anyways, that was this week's SmackDown. Nothing really special about this one. If you normally skip the show, there's really no reason to try and check this one out. You're not going to miss much. And anything you did miss, I'm sure they're going to replay at the pay-per-view. Anything important anyways. So that's my review of this week's SmackDown. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments, and thanks for watching.